Our presentation today would be based on question 6, which is tourism. Firstly, we are going to introduce ourselves. My name is Teresa Simon, and my student ID is S11 342 and my part is question 1 and 2.
Hello, my name is Sinang Takaipo. My student ID is S11221796. I'm going to take part on question 3 and 4. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tibel Merowe. My student ID S11205-497. Going to explain the question 5. Thank you.
Hello again, everyone. As I already mentioned before, that I'm going to present my parts, which is an overview and outline of the presentation. Our presentation question is based on why tourism has become such an important source of income for many Pacific Island countries, and how likely is the COVID-19 pandemic led to a shift away towards other means of livelihood. This means that tourism is one of the most affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, which has an impact on economies. Moving on to the next, which is an outline of the presentation. So these are some outlines that we are working with, such as direction words, condensed words, and limiting words. Firstly, we unpack the question and pull out our direction words, which is explain and how likely. The word explain basically means that making an idea or situation clear to someone by describing it in detail or revealing relevant facts, while how likely refers to how probable or in what probability is expected to occur. Secondly is the condensed words. Condensed words are more important because it contributes to the main focusing questions, as it tells us what, when, and where a particular event in a context occurred. Content words can be issues, places, companies, people, and many more. So from our question, and the content words are COVID-19, employment, tourism, recent source of income, and Pacific Island countries. Lastly, the limiting words. Limiting words also indicates the limits for undertaking research, especially to one particular area. So if we refer to the question, and the limiting words that we found from is Pacific Island countries. This means that our focusing question will base only on Pacific Island countries. Thank you.
Bula and Melody. My name is Sinang Takaipo, and I'm the one in this group that's going to take part on question 3 and 4. Question 3 says, a summary of the main ideas that you can take from the 3 core readings to help you answer the questions. From the first core reading, and the main idea that you get from the book entitled COVID-19 and Tourism in the Pacific, SIDS, Lesson from Fiji, Vanuatu and Samoa by John Connell. The main idea that we get from this core reading is tourism, increasingly the basis economies of most small islands and island states that have been particularly devastated by COVID-19. This virus, which is COVID-19, caused big problems to small island developing states because it affects things like production, trade, and transport. and all aspects of economies, but tourism affected the most. Before the COVID-19 came, and there's no problem because it flowed the production and trade and transport, it flow good when there's no COVID-19. For the second core reading, which is entitled How Innovation Can Transform Developments in Small Islands Developing State by Rayat Mendip. The main idea that we learn from this core reading is that boosting marketing can help grow business to make them more noticeable than competitors. This also lets more people know about the brand, and additionally improving things like how people can reach the business can create a good travel experience. For the third core reading, entitled Effect of COVID-19 Pandemic on Tourism and Strategies to Sustain the Tourism Industry, written by Tumadi. The key points here in the third core reading is that COVID-19 pandemic has caused fewer people to travel around the world because of lockdown or deal with the lockdowns. This has led a decrease in the global GDP contribution. Thank you. For question number 4 says, a summary of other ideas and information you have found through library research to help you fill in the gaps in what you know. For the fourth core reading, which is entitled COVID in the Islands, a comparative perspective on the Caribbean and Pacific by Yonikil Campbell and Tom Campbell. What we learn from this main reading or from this core reading is that COVID-19 has greatly affected many islands and small countries that depends on tourism and have limited types of economies. This caused significant issues for how they are ruled and how they are handle public health and how they handle their economies and growth. For the fifth core reading, entitled Socializing Tourism After COVID-19, Reclaiming Tourism as a Social Force by Freya Eugene Despayos, Bobby Jill Bigby, and Adam Doran. The main points in this core reading, the fifth core reading, is that tourism improves the lives of local people who work in tourism, like hotels, at a resort and as a tour guide. During crisis, countries have shut down their borders, enforced lockdowns, and reduced international tourism.
Hello, my part. I'm going to answer question 5. The question: what you still need to find out through further research to help you fully answer the question. Any challenges you are facing with the task, if any? My answer to sum up each member of my group has expressed the thoughts and points that they have drawn from their individual core readings and secondary research. It is true that the required readings cover the majority of the Pacific Islands, where tourism is a major source of revenue. But in order to gain more comprehensive understanding of the subject, it is essential to learn more about it. After all, there is no such thing as too much knowledge or information. Therefore, in my opinion, it is the best to include more Pacific Island nations that were affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. This material should include statistics on how the economy of each nation was affected, as well as other details on the jobs available to the population and how they adjusted to how they adjusted to and dealt with employment. What step at the government taken to address the border closure and other pertinent information? To conclude, I should mention that I and my other group members encountered numerous difficulties, including time management and reachings. This is a result of the lengthy readings with it and the sophisticated English we were so often familiar with. Additionally, some people have already begun writing their essays, with others have not. For those who have not, we aim to start as soon as possible and the best of our ability. Thank you.